They haven't just survived extinction. They've outlived dinosaurs, ice ages, and even continents drifting apart. With armored skin, bone-crushing jaws, and a patience that borders on supernatural, crocodiles are often seen as relics from the past. But the truth is far more fascinating. This is the insane, mind-blowing evolution of crocodiles, one of nature's most unstoppable survivors. Let's rewind the clock to the late Triassic, over 230 million years ago. The Earth was a very different place. Hot, dry, and dominated by one massive supercontinent, Pangaea. In the shadows of the earliest dinosaurs, a lesser-known group of reptiles began to rise, the crocodilomorphs. But these early crocodile ancestors wouldn't be recognizable to us today. They were small, slender, and fast, some running on 2 legs, others galloping on 4. Picture something between a dog and a lizard with a long snout and sharp teeth. They weren't ambush predators yet. They were agile land hunters. One of the earliest known species, Terrestrisuchus, was barely 3 feet long and could sprint across dry plains, hunting small prey. They thrived in an evolutionary niche dinosaurs hadn't yet dominated: the ground. These crocodilomorphs weren't just survivors, they were pioneers, adapting quickly to fill available space in a rapidly changing world. As time rolled into the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, the crocodilian family exploded in diversity. While dinosaurs conquered land and air, crocodilians took over the rivers, oceans, and swamps, and even kept a strong presence on land. This was a period of wild evolutionary experimentation. You had the ocean-going Metriorhynchus, a marine croc with flippers, no armor, and a streamlined body that allowed it to hunt fish like a shark. Then there was Dacosaurus, another marine species with a blunt skull and serrated teeth, known as the Godzilla croc. Meanwhile, back on land, creatures like Caprosuchus, the boar crocodile, sported boar-like tusks and long legs that could chase prey. And then came the giant, Sarcosuchus imperator, the super croc, 40 feet long. Over 8 tons, it didn't just wait in rivers, it could take down full-grown dinosaurs at watering holes. The Mesozoic crocs weren't just surviving, they were competing with dinosaurs, sometimes even dominating their own ecosystems. These were crocodilians like we've never seen again, lost experiments of evolution that tested every form, size, and lifestyle imaginable. Then, around 66 million years ago, disaster struck. A 6-mile-wide asteroid slammed into what is now the Yucatan Peninsula, unleashing the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction. Dinosaurs, pterosaurs, marine reptiles, gone. But not crocodiles. Why? It wasn't luck. It was evolutionary design. Crocodiles are cold-blooded. Their slow metabolism meant they could survive with little food for long periods. They could live in freshwater environments, which remained relatively stable during the post-impact chaos. They were scavengers as well as hunters, feeding on anything from dead fish to rotting carcasses. And most importantly, they were patient. While the surface world burned, crocodiles slipped beneath the water, silent and still. The result? One of the few reptilian lineages to survive the event. When the dust settled, the age of crocodiles had begun. After the extinction, a new world rose, with mammals becoming the dominant life forms on land, but crocodilians were still here, adapting once again. Modern crocodilians include alligators, caimans, gharials, and true crocodiles, and they've evolved into some of the most efficient ambush predators on the planet. Their bodies became tanks, armored skin embedded with osteoderms, bone plates, bite force of over 3,700 psi, the strongest in the animal kingdom. Incredible lung capacity, letting them stay underwater for over an hour. Sensory pits on their jaws, allowing them to detect the tiniest vibrations from prey in murky water. And their vertical pupils give them excellent night vision. What's crazy is they barely needed to change. Evolution had made them nearly perfect. The same design that worked in the time of dinosaurs still works today. Today, there are only 24 known species of crocodilians, but they're found across the world. The saltwater crocodile, or salty, is the largest reptile alive, up to 23 feet long, and known to swim across oceans. The Nile crocodile rules African rivers and has been feared for millennia, even by pharaohs. The American alligator, once nearly extinct, now thrives in the swamps of the southeastern United States. The Indian gharial has evolved a long, slender snout, perfect for catching fish, though it's now critically endangered. The dwarf caiman, found in South America, is small, shy, and lives in the shadows of flooded jungles. Each crocodilian has adapted to its environment with stunning precision. They've found ways to endure through droughts, floods, and human expansion, and even now they remain at the top of their food chains. Despite their ancient history, there is still so much we don't know about crocodiles. Fossil records hint at dozens of species that lived briefly and then vanished. Some fossils suggest crocs that may have hunted in groups, others with bizarre skull shapes that scientists still can't explain. And now, with climate change and habitat loss, crocodiles are evolving again, changing behaviors, adapting to shrinking territories and encountering humans more often. We've even begun studying their immune systems, which seem to resist infection in ways we barely understand. There's a chance crocodiles could teach us how to fight disease, just as they taught us how to build armor. The crocodile isn't done evolving, not by a long shot. From land-running lizards to sea monsters and armored river kings, crocodiles are far more than just living fossils. They're survivors of chaos, masters of adaptation, relics of the past with eyes on the future. While so many creatures have come and gone, crocodiles remain, still, silent, watching. And maybe that's the secret to survival, not changing everything, but changing only what's necessary. If you enjoyed this evolutionary journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos, including the insane evolutions of spiders, scorpions, and octopuses. There's more ancient life to uncover, and we're just getting started.